Who's here for...
The sound of presents being torn open and children's laughter is like Christmas music to Treneta Bowden's ears.
How's it going over there, guys?
This is the Serve and Sock Christmas Project, a ministry Bowden started geared specifically to First Nations families.
We're actually going to stuff the stockings with one main gift, such as hats, mitts, trucks. We have some really cool puzzles in there that they're going to have fun putting together. And then we're going to have one main gift wrapped, and then we're going to put stocking stuffers.
The project began 3 years ago with 50 stockings sent to First Nations reserves in Labrador. It's grown quite a bit since then.
This year we're actually sending out 300 stockings and helping 2 communities. What little we have, we want to come alongside and help you and partner with them and just let them know that we love our First Nations kids.
Bowden, who's part Aboriginal, has made it her mission to spread holiday cheer.
When someone gave me something, a small gift or a large gift, whatever, I was always encouraged by that. I remember I used to just weep over the presents that people would give. Okay, because what you can do is leave.
That's because growing up, Christmas wasn't the most wonderful time of the year.
I pretty much came from a pretty broken family, and you know, my mom and dad had split up for several years. They've been divorced, and I lived on my own since I was 15 years old.
The holidays, she says, were often filled with tears and disappointment.
I think I had about maybe 5 Christmases where I actually spent it with my mom and a little bit with my dad. There was Christmases where literally I would drive back from London to visit a loved one who was so special, and literally I'd have to drive back home because of alcoholism in the home. And or they weren't there to answer the door after driving there for 2 hours. So, and you know, Christmases were often spent alone or with friends.
But those memories of Christmas past have kindled a fire to bring gifts and a message of hope to Native families.
We want to find a way to reach our First Nations people. We started thinking about Isaiah, you know, when God says in His Word that how beautiful are the feet that bring the good news. We can bring the good news in a special way by demonstrating the love of God.
Reaching out to Canada's First Nations while sharing her faith is something Bowden's devoted a decade of her life to.
They're such an asset and they're so valuable, and I think a lot of our people struggle with that. I know myself personally struggled with that. We just want to basically plant seed of love and encouragement and let them know they're special and they're valuable.
Some of the stockings are headed north to Sagico Lake First Nations, a community accessible only by plane and one road in the winter. The rest have come here to the Chippewas of Kettle and Stoney Point First Nations in southern Ontario. Elizabeth Cloud is chief.
Well, we have approximately 2,150 band members. About 1,000 of those live in the community and the rest live off. The most wonderful thing I think about the community is the people.
The reserve is on the shores of Lake Huron, which means lots of tourist dollars in the summer. But by Christmas, she says, money is tight for some families.
We don't have a lot of employment, so you really do have to look at how you can subsidize and make sure that the families do have a happy Christmas. And one of the things that's going on today, I think, certainly helps us accomplish that objective. They really enjoy special things like this, especially when it's for the children.
So what did you guys think about the Serve and Sock Christmas project?
I thought it was pretty good. My daughter had lots of fun.
I don't even think we've ever had this before, but it was really good to get out and come and see everybody in the community and, you know, have some fun, games, laugh.
Given the brutal past many First Nations people have with those who've tried to share the message of Jesus, Bowden says she has no expectations.
So we really have to be wise in our approach. I think the Serve and Sock Project is a real good way of demonstrating the love of Jesus by not beating them over the head with the Bible.
She does, however, hope to build lasting relationships with a people she's deeply connected to.
And that's what this Kettle Point trip is about. I just want to see revival take place in our First Nations community, and so we started to do prayer ministry with them. They have a lot of work on their plate, especially the chiefs, and you know, if we can be of help, definitely.
And in that Christmas card is a little story.
Through the Serve and Sock Christmas Project, Bowden wants to send a clear message. Though they're off the beaten path, this Christmas, they're not forgotten.
My prayer is that they don't just look at it as a gift, but the Holy Spirit will minister to them. Those that, you know, might be having a difficult time this year, look for the nuggets and those small little areas that God can bless, and just know that He's such a faithful God, and He loves our people of Canada and our nation.
In Kettle and Stoney Point, Ontario, wishing you and especially our First Nations people a Merry Christmas. Bridget, 100 Huntley Street.